In this video, we are going to see about chemistry.
and bio. Now we will go for chemistry.
Thing is, physics also. If I said before last video, if you see, this is just generally one subject. But chemistry, you can't say generally like one subject is there. It splits into three, right? Physical, inorganic, organic, like that. Different things are there. But I will say the short notes is very same only, but I will say different things are there. But how we should do manage it in each subject, I will say now. Short notes I have made it very in 2 points. I have completed it. How to make short notes? Just try to write every important formulas in what? Physical and inorganic. Like, sir, in physical important formulas are there. I also know, but in inorganic also, how many formulas are? I cannot say that inorganic as equal to physical formulas, but inorganic is related to formula like in chemical bonding. If you see how to find out the number of bonds, how to find the lone pairs, like that many things are there. Many tabular columns you can see like monoligand, what you can say, biligand, like that many things are hexaligand, many things are there. Many things you should remember. Many tricks also they will use to explain you. I will also put this video in this channel itself. Formulas, everything I will try to help you out in physics and chemistry mostly. So in that time, what you should do is what are the formulas and tricks in physical and inorganic, definitely you should write, because if you directly go in book, definitely you can't able to understand, you can't able to solve very fastly, because MCQ means you should solve very fast. For that, important formulas for physical also you write, some important formulas for inorganic also is there, and also you should do, and some important tricks also you should have to solve, like inorganic chapters like coordination compound and all. Okay, finally one more thing is you should write reaction. Organic means everything reaction mostly. Some theories are there. If you want a little bit importantly, you may feel like qualitative analysis, you may feel like some important theory to understand, you can write. Reaction definitely should make, because organic means mostly reactions are like hydrocarbon, haloalkanes and haloharenes, amines, carboxylic acid, like the many things are there. For the reaction, definitely should write a things. Some formulas I have said. And one more thing is inorganic mostly theories. What they will say is how biology will rate only NCERT. Same thing in inorganic, you should rate only NCERT, but most things are there. For that, you can't able to understand when you revise first time now, inorganic nothing you will understand, because everything they have not very given very clearly. They will say the first time if you read NCERT in bio also, they can't able to understand very proper. The reason is the lines are not that much clear to understand. The same thing in inorganic, many things are hidden words, so you can't able to understand. But for when you are seeing the lectures, when the teachers explains you the lines very clearly, that time you will understand. If you understand it, then if you make a little bit idea, if you write in an understandable way in your short note, then definitely you can able to revise very easily. How you wrote, you can easily understand it. If you try to read after that, if you read inside, then you can understand very properly. That's the thing, it will help you. That's why I said theory very important thing you should write. Definitely should write, because MCQs they may ask in NEET also. Like that, if you feel, definitely should write very important MCQs. Related theories you should write definitely. Related MCQs, try to write in short. Okay, that's why I said. This is the thing mostly for physical, mostly formulas. For inorganic, as I said, some formulas in chemical bonding you should write, and some important theory you should write. For organic, mostly reactions, and some theories also like qualitative analysis. If you want to write, you can write for your understanding. Next thing is leave one page, not one page, I'm pronouncing it wrongly. Leave one side before you start the short notes. Same thing I have said in physics in last video. Leave one side after completing short notes. The reason is you should write a mistake note. The reason you may get a little bit mistake when you are solving when the teacher teaches any reactions, they will try to give some questions to solve. What is the reaction name? Suddenly they will ask. They'll try to make a mind map and make question mark in one side. You should complete everything, and finally you will come to the final product, right? In that time, if you feel, so what is the thing, if you can't able to remember it, then it means this type exactly at the end point, this reaction I am going to forgetting very many times. You may think like that. And what you should do, that mind map you should definitely write in the mistake notes. In what are the lectures you have done the mistake, that you can write. In DB sometimes if one or two questions you may get wrong, that you can write. In final part test, unit test, what are the tests you are giving, In that time, if in organic some questions it may be wrong. In example like nomenclature also you may get wrong. That type of question you should definitely write, because in future if you should revise in the last, what are the mistakes I have done, that mistakes only you may repeat in future also in also NEET. That you should not do. For that, writing methodology is very important. I will say leaving one side after completing this. For this, the reason of leaving again one page is you will not, this will not, one side will not be enough for just making everything. In future, if you are writing mock test at the last, that time you should have a little bit space for writing some important mistakes that you should analyze and make. Finally, this is the mistakes I am doing now. This is the thing I should analyze and try to make the questions and write in the last. And you should make it underline that this is the thing you should revise before going to the exams. These are the mistakes I am doing. You should keep it in the mind and attend every mock test at the last. This will try to make you improve in the mock test. That's why I say, mostly I will say, you will try to complete in 2 sides, that is equal to 1 page. Same thing, 1 side before, 1 side after. Around 1 page you can give for having mistakes notes and analyzing it till the last. If some chapters are a little bit big in reactions also, like if I say or hydrocarbon is a little bit big because many things are there, many reactions you can see. So in that chapter, if you feel I am a little bit weak, I can't able to solve everything, every question I am not getting a little bit correctly, you may feel a little bit weak in organic in that particular chapter. What you can do is you can add one extra page also. One extra page, I cannot say you want, you can add 1 side extra also. One page is not, definitely you should not add. You can add 1 side, I will say 1 side is also enough. If you feel more weak, then you can add one page extra. It is your wish. So 1 side or 1 page. I have wrote 1 page here, but 1 side is also enough. That's all. This is the thing you should do in mistake notes. Finally, I have cleared all your doubts, because how to make short notes, one thing, and side by side I have said how to make mistake notes also. This is very important. Finally, after saying everything orally, you may understand everything, but you can't able to visualize it, right? Yeah, visualization is very important. When I say something, you should understand very clearly, and I should feel that by seeing it, right? For that, what I am going to show you is, I will show you my short notes, how it looks, how I made like 2-3 pages I took for making a notes, and how I left 2 pages for mistake notes. And I will show, but I will say one thing is, my short notes will not be very good. It will feel a little bit ugly only. So I will definitely give an idea how it looks. That's all. Try to make the same. Try to make short notes by getting an idea how I am showing it. It's the thing you should follow. Definitely, if you follow, definitely I will say it will help you in 2 things. First thing is, when you are revising a short and you are getting a test recently, like a part test or unit test, nowadays what you are going to write by 2-3 chapters, selectively 2-3 chapters, they will say and try to conduct a test. In that time you can revise it, right? In that time you can revise it very fastly, like on they said suddenly before 2, 3, 4, 5 days also. If you try to revise it in NCERT, then it will take more time. In that time, if you revise in the short notes, only 1 page, if you complete 1 chapter, you can revise very fastly and efficiently. One point is that. Second point is, in future if near to NEET, if you want to revise, in that time you can't able to revise, because many chapters are physics also you should revise, chemistry, bio, many things are there. In the time you should revise NCERT also. But starting mock test, you can't able to revise everything, right? NCERT notes, everything. When starting you should try to cope up with short notes and try to come again with NCERT. Like that only you can make. Because if you try to make starting itself NCERT, then definitely you can't able to come. In that time, short notes will help you to revise in very importantly and efficiently also. You can revise it. In the end, before going to exam also, you can try to see the short notes and analyze it, because everything you can't able to revise in the book itself. So definitely I will say short notes very important. Definitely it should help you. Some may also lose the GMC seat because of not making short notes. That is my advice. Definitely make short notes. It's very important. So I am going to show you how the short notes. Let's start.
You can able to see I have left 1 side before itself, starting the short notes. This is the mistake note started. First, I left on the left hand side. In right hand side, I started the short notes for the redox reaction. You can able to see this is the first side, starting the short notes, and back side also I wrote for redox reaction short notes. I started from left right, and next side I completed in left. The two sides I have completed in one pages short notes of redox reaction, and one more page I have left for mistake notes finally. That's all. This is how you should do.
After seeing the short notes, you may get an idea like the reason is you may got idea. I have wrote 2-3 pages in comparisonly in short notes, and 2-3 pages before and after I have left for mistake notes, that you may understand. One thing you may miss it is if you see how I made everything very short, like one chapter in one page, how it is possible. The reason is everything, whatever it could be, I will saying very clearly, physical, inorganic, or whatever you write, I am trying to complete one page or more. You can go still 2 pages. The reason is I am trying to make a column like this. The reason of making column is that you write a little bit short and crisp manner. The reason is why I can make one chapter in one page is in that one page, long rule note, I am trying to draw 2 lines like this, a column, 2 columns. This only makes me to write a little bit in short and crisp. If you see, take one, like several topics in one chapter will be there. Many reactions are there. Like you take reaction 1, reaction 2, reaction 3, reaction 4, reaction 5, reaction 6. Like that, many reactions you can write in one page itself. If you take one more chapter, you can write like that. Then only if you can to complete in crisp manner in short, like in one page itself. If you don't draw a line like this, then what you will take is you will write a reaction name like this and complete the reaction here. One reaction, 2 reaction, 3 reaction. Mostly you can complete like 4-5. That's all. If you do like that, you can complete 9 topics like that. You can write very shortly, how much ever you can short, but you should understand it. In points only you will try to write, because chapter of space is very less than you should write. Very important. How we can write very concisely. You may think like that, and eventually you will complete it. This is the one thing that will help you to complete in 1 page or 2 page. That's all. Itself I have said, bio, definitely you should don't want to make, it depends on you whether you can want to make short notes or not. It is up to you, I will say. The reason is many of them will understand only by reading NCERT. Some will be there, but mostly they will not be able to understand because chapter will be new for you. Some chapters they will not have the correct flow, how it goes, right? Some chapters in starting you can't be able to understand very clearly. So in that time, I will say some chapters you may feel little bit very difficulty. Some chapters will be more theory, more examples will be there. Some chapters will be very easy to understand. So in the chapters you can avoid, but very detailed chapter, very big chapter, you can't be able to understand how the flow goes of each chapter. Then what you should do is you can write whenever you attend the lecture how the teachers make you to understand in a flow. In that time, what you should write is try to make a short notes. Like writing a topic like this, like this only they are starting it. Next year they are going to complete like this, and finally they are completing here. Like that idea you will get when you are writing in the short note. In that time only I will say try to make short notes. Don't try to make for every chapter according to me. If I take example, I will say which chapter you should not do. According to me, I will say one chapter exactly is microbes in human welfare. Nothing there is no needed. Microbes in human welfare, very easy chapter. You can understand by reading the NCERT itself, so nothing to it. Like the chapters many will be there, according to your understanding you can do. Biology I will say very simple notes, very easy to make it. As I said, not very important must for every chapter. Not very must for every chapter to make short notes. So no need of making chapters, no need to make notes for every chapter, that I said before itself. So the reason, you may say, sir, for physics, chemistry and all, you said every chapter you should do, but bio you didn't say everything, every chapter. The reason is the flow of the chapter is very confusing. One more thing, the chapter is very big. In 2 ways, I will say, chapter is very big. It is more topics to remember. Sir, there are chapters, there are topics. Whether I should try to complete every topic, I should memorize it and I should understand it. This many topics are there. I can't be able to revise in NCERT. If you feel in that way, you can make short notes. One more thing, more examples are there. Sir, many examples are there. I can't even understand how one example. If they say go to next example, first example I am going to forget it, so I can't able to remember everything. In that time, if you write and see and make a short note, then you will understand when I am revising efficiently. when you do multiple revision in short notes, then you can understand very easily. That I will say, for two reasons you can make. Flow of a chapter is very difficult to understand. Chapter is very big, to more topics are there, that is very hard to understand according to me. Otherwise, for example, more examples are there, many examples are there, like if I say typhoid, malaria, dengue, chicken, like that, many things will be there. Many symptoms are there. Sir, in the chapter I can't able to memorize it. In that condition, now I am going to give an example. What are the things if you say for one, what is the example? 1, 2, what is the example? A, B. Like that, I am going to give an example of chapters. Why you should make short notes. The only reason I am going to say to make like this chapter to make short notes is for 1, 2. This reason is to make short notes is it will give you easy to revise. The only reason is revision. The revision is very important in now and future also if you want to revise. That is very important point. So it will not affect, you should not affect you in revision, right? So you should revise very efficiently. For that, you should understand it and you should revise multiple times. For that, revision will be the only reason that it will not affect you. When you want to revise for just if you want 2-5 days, if they are saying to have a test in the chapter, you should not face any difficulties in revision. You can have less time also, but you should try to revise it very efficiently in a short period of time. So for that, revision should be needed. For that only you should make short notes for this many reasons, like flow of chapter. If you didn't understand in NCERT, chapter is very more topics are there, more examples. Like that reason, you can make short notes. So if I'm going to give you examples of it, like first one, if you take flow of chapter, I cannot able to understand. It is very confusing. If you feel, I will say example like anatomy in flowering plants. Anatomy in flowering plants, many things are there because many, like I will say stem, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, many things correlated also. You can able to understand. One more thing is from starting to ending, you can able to understand everything. Why they are starting stem first, next they are going to leaf, next they are going to root, like that some confusion you may get. For this, you should write topic wise. Some teachers, what they will do is, they will try to say, in NCERT they didn't give everything clearly. They have mixed here and there, like biotechnology also if you see some topics are a little bit here and there. They will try to make in order. That time what you should do, when you are attending the lectures for in YouTube or somewhere, what are the institute you have joined, try to make short notes according to them and understand the chapter because content is same. However, whatever you read, everything same thing they are going to teach, but they are completing every topic, right? That is a very important thing. They complete the every topic that is given in institute, that is must. They have changed the order, that is according to your understanding. For the easy understanding only they have made it. They are making the lecture. According to the lecture, you can write the short notes also. Second, if you take A example, that is more topics are, sir, many topics are there, sir. If you ask me, morphology in flowering plants, many things are there, like estivation, many things are, what you can say, inflorescence, and many extra examples are there. Examples also is there, and one more thing, many things are there to remember. Should understand it. Many things are there. So I will say for this topics are more. For one topic, different examples are there. That is very hard to memorize. For that, you can make short notes to get understanding. Like you make a tabular column and write inflorescence. What are the examples that they are given? Try to make a tabular column. Then you can able to revise everything in one tabular column itself. They are given separately, right? So that makes to think little bit difficult. Like this many examples are there. How we can memorize it? That much feeling you may not get. But try to make your short notes. That's why I will say morphology in flowering plants also you can do short notes. Second thing, 2B, more examples are there. As I said before itself, human health and disease. I will say human health and diseases you may know. As I said, typhoid, malaria, chikungunya, AIDS, cancer, everything are there. In that time you can't able to revise everything. So drug abuse, alcohol, many things are there. For that mostly they will there are morely examples are there, I think so. Concepts are a little bit, but more examples are there to remember. So I will say try to make short notes, then you can able to understand by making a tabular column. Same thing. So these are the things are there. If you want, you can make short notes. Otherwise, you can read NCERT. That's all. but I will say don't use others' notes. According to my opinion, try to use notes by making by your own. That's all. One more thing is now I'm going to no need to show any no short videos because I will not say I can't able to say like try to complete in 1 page itself, try to complete in 2 pages itself or 3 pages itself. I can't able to say because bio we can't able to sort everything. You can try to write the content in a tabular column. That's all itself, but I can't able to say complete in this many pages. But in chemistry and physics, I can able to say. The reason is I have made it. I have done before 1 year before, like 2024 I have done. So definitely I know how I can chapters, make it. But in bio I can't. If you want a chapter is a little bit difficult, I said more topics, more examples are there. Flow of chapters not can't able to understand by you. In that time you can make notes, but other time it is not useful. I say that's why it's not made to show any short videos. So how much you want, try to write how much concise they can write. I can't able to say try to complete in 1 page itself. I can't able to say because if examples is many things are there, how I can say that was I can you should complete it in this way. So if you're writing, try to making shortcuts for whole chapter. I can't able to try to say complete in 1 page or 2 pages. It will take more pages itself. So I will say short notes is no needed because it will depend upon your handwriting. You will complete it. That's all. According to your writing, the pages are fixed. Okay. So try to make short how much ever you can. Okay. That's why I will say. Fine. I will say whatever the things I said now for bio is definitely important because sometimes if you don't make short notes in finally if you want to revise for in future NEET, if you finally you forgot some concepts like they have said before like some like lectures they have said something I have understood in that time, but now I am not understanding the chapter. I can't able to grab the chapter concept, how chapters every concept in this topic wise. I can't ever understand anatomy in flowering plants and morphology like that chapters. How I should if they ask something in concept wise question, then I can't able to understand in the future. I may forget it. If you feel that, I will say definitely you should make short notes. Then only if you make frequent revision, then finally you can also revise it for future and definitely you will remember it. By not making notes and test, watching the lecture like a movie, definitely it will not work out. I would say try to make notes only if you feel it. This I can't able to revise it properly. I can't able to understand it very well. That time you can make, other times no need. That's why I said bio, it depends on you. So finally I have given every advice. So definitely if you make, help you out. Thanks for watching. All the best.